Happy Friday, November 10th. If you listen quietly, you can hear the tears of children because we're missing a kid in this class. I would tell you who, but she's not going to watch the video anyway. So tell me I'm wrong. You aren't wrong. I kind of figured the same thing. Hey, if she shows up and calls me out, then that's a whole different thing. It doesn't count as you guys texting her. She'd have to actually watch it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see if you guys actually read to page 105 here in a moment. No quiz today. Quiz coming up on Monday. So I know I hate doing Monday quizzes because kids forget everything over the weekend, but I figured talking today was a better thing, and it's kind of been fun today, so we'll see what happens. Tie game we've covered, and we're good to go there. And I have 2 kids who owe me this, but they're both skipping my class, so can't really torture them now, but maybe on Monday. Here's the thing for today we're going to get to first. We have our first Charger Challenge competition coming up next week. I told you about this way back towards the beginning of the year when I introduced house points. This is our battle to the death between the heroes, the Globetrotters, and the Stars, where each team gets to nominate 15 kids, and they get to battle next Wednesday. I do have invitations for you today. The invitations automatically go to any kid who is student of the week. So anytime you get your face over there, you automatically get an invite. If you become student of the month, you automatically get an invite. If you have highest B points in my class, you get automatic invite. And we also have random kids who will get automatic invites. When we have to fill in those other ones, we just throw them out to other good kids.
What does at-large invite?
At-large just means random kids. That's what at-large means. Then also, those of you who don't get an invite, you still get a chance to do it come Monday. These kids who get invitations just get first dibsies, but we only have 15 spots. Any of those 15 spots still available, any kid can take those, as long as you have a C or higher in the first 9 weeks for English, social studies, science, and math. So as long as you have a C- or higher in those 4 classes, not right now, but on your report card the first 9 weeks, you're good and you can sign up. If not, you just have to wait for the next 9 weeks and then hopefully things get better. So here's what happens with it. 1, there's a whole bunch of different events you're going to get a chance to do. And like the Olympics, you get to pick the event that works. Because some of them are aimed for athletic people and some are aimed at smart people, and you're going to want to put yourself in the one that you feel best with. So we have those of you who are more brains than athletic. You have puzzles racing, where you have like a puzzle you have to solve and you have to beat other kids and you get to work in a group of 3, like a tag team thing. You also have balloon racing, where you and a partner have to race against other kids, but you have to have a balloon that you don't let hit the ground as you race them. There is a ball, bounce, and ricochet, where 3 of you work together to throw a ball, and then you have to have another kid who nicks the ball way up into the air, then a third kid has to catch the ball into like a little bucket, and so it's like the weirdest version of basketball ever. You have stationary dodgeball, where we're going to do dodgeball, but you cannot move your feet. They're only like 10 feet apart from each other, so it's a really fast version. We just beat the crap out of each other. It's great. Sometimes we add in random events depending on our mood and what we come up with, and then it finishes with pop culture trivia rounds, where we're going to do questions about like Marvel movies and TV shows like Outer Banks and Stranger Things and stuff like that. And so you get a chance to win points. If you win, then you get all kinds of good stuff. You get 10 B points if you win. If you lose, you get nothing because you're a loser. If you win, though, you get the most B points it's kind of possible to get from something. You also get your name put up permanently in the school, going all the way back to 2006. You get a limited edition button that only 60 kids have a chance of even getting per year, and bragging rights where you get to taunt Globetrotters and Stars and tell them you're better than them, and you get to show them the button as proof. Also, I take a picture of you, and the picture of you becomes the background to my laptop. This is my old, these are also the buttons that you get a chance to win. And then there's another laptop background. My current one, so anytime my laptop it opens up now, is the kids from last year. And so hopefully I get to replace this next Wednesday with the new kids that are going to win. Is that who?
Lillian.
Yeah.
And she calls me crippled every day. I'm not even crippled anymore.
She's a special child. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be up there as the next group. And if we have winning groups this year, I get to show your picture to next year's kids, and you get to be all braggy. This is the hula hoop race, where there's 15 of you in a circle, and you have to race another group of 15 kids by moving a hula hoop, but you cannot break hands. You have to like step through it, and it has to go over your entire body. This would be the trivia contest, where you're trying to beat each other in a trivia thing.
Was this FJH like 25,000 years ago?
Yeah, that was not 25,000 years, but yeah, this is how our tables used to be set up a couple years ago.
Is that carpet?
No. And then those are kids last year's group. And last year's group is we won it twice last year. And then those are just previous year's groups. So I get to add you up there too.
Carisha.
And this is where you get your name added on the hallway as you walk down to the buses. If you look up to the left, you're going to see all of these pictures of the little teddy bears and stars and little demon faces. Those are every time kids win at the end of each 9 weeks. We put all of your names up there. So if you've had past brothers or sisters come through and won, their names are up there. If you have younger siblings and you win, your name will be up there. And then you can flex on them and show them you have proof that you are the better kid. So this will be Wednesday of next week after school, and it goes until 5:45. I have invitations I'm getting ready to hand out. If you get invitation, it does not guarantee you get to do it. It just means you have first dibs on getting to do it. If you want to, as there are going to be directions on here, you have to come talk to me at 4 o'clock today, because it does not unlock until then. And at 4 o'clock, you can either come talk to me in person, or you can send me a remind message, or you can send me an email. Any of those are fine. Then, with these, at the end of the day, after everyone's left, any open spots, like if I have 10 kids sign up and I still have 5 open spots, Monday, anyone can sign up, as long as you had the grades the first 9 weeks. And it's first come, first serve. You just have to come in Monday morning and then go, me a big winner, and then I get to hook you up. All right. Come grab yours. Come grab yours. 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 Also, the joy of having that invitation is good the entire year. So it gets you automatically in, and you get to do the early invite, whether it's this 9 weeks, or if you can't do it now because I had kids who are doing basketball or in the play and they're not available on Wednesday, save it. And then if you can do it second or third or fourth 9 weeks, turn that in, you're good to go. If you don't want to do it because you think it's dumb or something like that, you can give this to someone else and they get an automatic invite. And so if you would rather give it to somebody else, you're more than welcome to, and that is up to you. All right. Questions over that? And I'm good to go there. Yeah. All right. Then, for our learning for today. Reminder to you. By the way, this is where your little Post-it note comes in. I would recommend writing on the Post-it note with the page 130 for Monday in case you forget. I mean, I'll send a remind, and it's on Canvas, but there's also a chance some of you may be lazy. I said lazy, and Chloe raised her hand.
My Globetrotter friend said you can change groups.
Katie said that.
I've not talked about that yet because that tends to freak kids out.
Well, I want to change
I
groups.
don't want to have this class.
I don't want to have
One,
Mr. Peter's
it's
song.
Kletch, not Kled. They're two different things. I know. I mean, when you go to her team next week, I mean, if you go to her team next So
Wait,
yeah, well, it all depends on if we win or lose. And so we'll figure it out from there.
So if you do it, and then you could be on a different
So the way it works is winning team gets to get rid of kids from their team, and they get to pick kids from another team. So that way you get to get rid of kids on your team that you don't want to have. And
Yes!
you
We can get rid of him!
or
Miss.
there's any number of kids I can choose to get rid of. And so, yeah, that's sort of how
Please
things
don't
work out.
pick me.
Well, then
I'm scared of the other side.
choose to do it and then make sure we
I'd rather
win.
Miss Melanie.
And if we win, you're good to go.
Wait, change class?
Well, yeah, you change teams. You would go to be on the Stars team or the Globetrotter team.
For the rest of the year,
Unless you get traded back, yeah.
Wait, actually,
Guys, if I get taken away, you gotta do it back.
Well, if we win and say I get rid of Napora and send her over to the Globetrotter team, and then the next 9 weeks they win, we're like, we don't want her either, and then they send her back over to us, then she comes back to the roast.
So do we
I
start
don't
taking
think I
out
wanna
whole
do
schedule
this.
changes?
Well, it's not from that. It's not just the kid. Those people who got the invites are just the ones who help us win. So it's like if you're not in it, I can still pick anybody.
What?
Even if so,
I got
like
the
Chloe, who maybe doesn't do it, if you're someone I want to get rid of, then I can still yuck and then get rid of you.
Wait, so
You
we
just
change
help us
classes and everything?
Well, yeah. That's
No,
changing.
that's stupid.
Oh wait, yeah.
Did you have to get rid
Can
of
you
kids
change
last
me?
year?
But can you change me to Actually, I don't know. I have to talk to some of my friends.
Good luck on that. It's not you. You don't get a choice, so it's okay. It sort of depends on who wins and who loses. All right. Aside from you guys freaking out, we're good to go on this for Monday. Happy Friday. So quiz on Monday. No, back. Stop it. Quiz on Monday. I have review guide created for you. So again, if you want to look at review guide, it's there where it says review guide. Don't look at it until you finish reading because there's spoilers on there. And if you start reading through it, you're like, what? I didn't know he died. I'm like, well, then you shouldn't read the questions.
Wait, so he dies?
So because of that, don't read it till you finish, and then hopefully that helps you get prepared for quiz on Monday. Also, we have the Shadow Club pages. If you want to listen to audiobook, that is also an option that you have. All right. Then, for today, I did some research when I was looking up stuff for the Shadow Club, and I stumbled upon an old book cover. This is the one I've always seen since I've been teaching the book, but apparently before this book cover was one that had the character. Like here, you can't really see faces on it, and they look kind of all weird and creepy. The book before this one looked like this.
That's tough.
And so Cameron, I'm going to have you turn off the light that is on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's
The one on this side.
Is that
There's
your
a
monitor?
button that says off.
Is that what
There you
it
go.
looks like?
And then scoot back over, reach out your hand, put it gently against your iPad, and go yoink! So, this was supposed to be the characters in the Shadow Club. So I'm going to see if you guys have I have what I think it is, and I'm going to see if we come up with the similar ideas of who you think they
The
are.
top left one is the kid.
That's awesome.
They're all kids.
I mean, yeah.
You're like,
So I started where I thought was easiest, and I went with the one I thought was Karen Han.
that's at 1 point.
Right.
There.
I figured the Korean girl was probably going to be Karen Han. I figured that was probably the
Yeah,
easiest
that's what
one
I
to figure
That
out.
is so racist.
No, it's not.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
They're just smart.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Wait, that means that one's the
Wait,
blondie. The blonde at the bottom is Cheryl. No, that's the popular
That's
one.
That was my thought also.
Yeah.
Jason Perez was supposed to be the nerdy band
With
geek.
the
That's the
glass.
one next to it.
That's the.
I hate the fact that every class is always like, nerd, glasses kid. Bunch of haters on glasses people. But at the same time, I think you're right. This was the other one. Darren's our black kid in the story, so I figured that was another easy one on that one.
That's racist again.
It's not racist. It's what color he is.
I thought that would have been Tyson.
He's not saying anything mean to the color. He's just saying.
You're making
I
this
apologize.
racist.
This is Darren. He is the white girl. Does that make you feel better? Or
Yes.
confused? Yeah, that's how I feel too. So there you go. That one's Jason. And then between the two girls, and Jan,
That's a girl.
Cheryl's
No,
top.
Cheryl's the top.
Right.
that one.
Nora's really confident. in that. That's
And
Cheryl.
This one down here would be
Donaldson.
Vera Dawson.
now, Vera's the one we don't like. Abby. Nice.
Okay, I'll pass.
Then, so then that leaves us
That.
this one,
Definitely
that one,
white.
and that one.
I think Austin.
I think hope one's Austin.
Yeah, the top
That is definitely awesome. Blonde hair.
He just
Blonde
won't be
hair.
full
Who
of
has blonde hair?
himself.
Lost his
Tyson.
face.
He does not have blonde hair.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jared.
Who has, what color hair does Austin have?
Jared.
So I think he's supposed to have red hair.
It's red, yeah.
So I thought too.
Oh yeah, he's a
So
redhead.
I think in the one below Cheryl,
His hair.
No, it would be Austin.
I don't know.
Would be Tyson.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it, Jared.
no?
Tyson.
I said all of them.
No, you didn't.
American.
The other one.
The kid.
The basketball kid.
What's the other one?
Oh. The swimmy kid. Randall.
You are correct.
Yes.
He has a name. So that brings us. So my thought was, who are the two leaders of the Shadow Club?
Jared and
Cheryl
Cheryl
at the top. That is Jared.
So that was my thought here. Is that would make. I wasn't positive because he doesn't look very Jaredy to me. But
No, he looks full of himself. He looks
right,
like
that's what I thought. I was on the same page. But last year when I was showing this to kids, they kept telling me that was because they're like they're at the top. But then this one, because that's all the Shadow Club members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm trying to figure out who this kid would be.
Tyson.
And that's what I'm wondering if it's Tyson. Am I
He doesn't look very
No,
old.
yeah, he looks like a
I
Tyson.
feel like
Look
no, but he
at
kind of looks like he would live in by the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, Nora, what?
I didn't see that.
I mean, Chloe.
No, it looks like the top left is like
The top left is definitely awesome.
I picture really strong.
He looks like he runs and he looks like he's full of himself.
Jared runs too.
I feel like
It doesn't matter.
Tyson would be emo. Like he just sounds.
You're
Let's
saying
just get
Tyson
over
would be
with
emo?
this. Just show us your
Tyson's
answer.
nerdy.
So this is where I finished up. I do not know for sure.
You're wrong.
There's every chance I could be, and you
It's
see,
both-
you were
You're
really
definitely wrong.
confident. So
I
this could
am.
be. So, and I don't know between Austin and Tyson because Austin is supposed to have red hair, and that looks reddish, but it also looks like he's disheveled and kind of crazy.
No, no.
Chloe.
Jared looks like the Ken from Barbie.
It looks, yeah. His hair is like a flat top.
Exactly.
It's just weird.
Flat tops are tough. Those are tough.
Gee.
Wait, I have a question. In like throughout the book, is Austin there like in the story more, or is Tyson?
I think Tyson's in it more.
Mr.
Like,
Brody and Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson started to
He's in it more, but Austin, at the same time, Austin is the one that like
Yeah.
inspires the club to begin.
But Tyson, why would he be there?
Austin was
Just wait.
more at
I
the
went
beginning.
Okay, so does Jared like
Then
die,
Tyson
right?
started to take over.
No, Tyson
Yeah,
dies.
right.
Okay, so if he dies,
This
or like
makes
if
me lose
someone
brain
dies,
cells.
then maybe they're the one in the fire or something, and maybe they're the dead one, and then the other one's
I'm
like,
losing
Just
brain
fire.
cells.
No
I'm
bodies.
losing
the fire.
brain
No, I
cells.
mean like a resemblance of them being
I'm like,
dead.
I'm like, where do you see a body in the
No.
fire? Now I got you. I was
Man,
confused. Okay.
I think that guy needs to grow out his flat top a little bit more.
Even higher?
I think it needs to be like
Like
here
a
and
little,
there.
like a little.
I think Austin's just like, it's like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see you were as entertained as I was. When I stumbled upon that thing, I just started laughing. And I'm like, I have no idea which character is which, except for the two. That was it. Everyone else I could.
He needs to flat top like Markel Fultz. It's so.
Alright, so it's where you guys did. Let's see, we got to this part we already read. So here, like when I made this, blonde, I mean, that's the blonde kid, that's going to be Jared. And then,
It's Randy.
I mean, I gave Tyson red hair here, but I don't know. Chloe,
I tried to search it up.
how so?
Like search up who's on
Wait,
the
I searched it up on YouTube, like the reading of the, and it's like a actual like known book, so it might be on Safari.
Yeah. Mr. Robier.
Can we call Randy Big Randy?
I'll do what I can, sure.
Okay, thank you.
So we have Tyson's home, which is the lighthouse.
Peach Dragon's house.
So when they are yelling at Tyson after they pulled him back and sort of kidnapped him essentially, and they were all yelling at him and being all angry and they're threatening his life, and they realize we're all a bunch of kids, we can't really kill somebody yet. So that'll be a thing that they try to figure out. So they just like threaten him and let him take off. Then we get to this little bit of a thing.
Cheryl.
Which two characters is it?
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
And
So,
Jared.
Cheryl and Jared, and this is where Cheryl needs help getting out of Stonehenge, and Jared reaches out his hand.
Then he goes like, go, and it's so cute.
I know, it's a little rizzy, and that's when all of a sudden he helps her out, and he was like, oh, my hand feels so warm. Giggle, giggle. Don't worry,
Whoa, Nyla.
we're going to get to a worse part coming up today.
They're kissing. I mean.
He doesn't kiss, he just reaches out across her chin.
I just read a little bit.
Treat me like white tea.
So, after that part, who goes all sneaky to the lighthouse?
Jared.
And so he discovers a couple things when he goes creepy spy mode. One is something that Tyson's making.
Puppet.
So he talks about marionettes.
And they look like
I don't know what I imagine.
That one puppet that in the
the top right corner.
That thing with the big nose?
The top right corner
No,
is
that's worse than
Pinocchio.
Mrs. Book's puppet thing that she has in the stomach.
Oh, yeah.
I cried when I saw that thing. That thing is so scary.
Can I tell you something? Why is the top right? No,
That's Pinocchio.
That's Pinocchio. No, top right's Pinocchio.
The one next to it. Yeah, that one looks like the clown from Jeffy.
Not bad. I can see that. So yeah, it turns out that apparently Tyson is making all of these, and so it's not the puppet that you put your hand inside of. Ian, you're alive. But it's the ones that have the little wires that make them dance and stuff like that.
Did you know there's a Canadian version of the Shadow Club?
We should read it.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should read it.
Hang on. What do you mean by Canadian version?
It was made in Canada.
Was
Because the main character is Brett. And Cheryl is
Brett?
Cheryl is Sarah.
I'll have to look that up. But
That sounds
apparently, this is not all that Jared finds.
Be quiet.
Your choice. That's fine. That's what choices are. Good job.
Are we still videoing? Yes.
I don't know. I bet you figured it out before I do.
Chat. Just sit here.
I think I moved.
Oh, he figured it out. See, I had faith. And so, what is the other big secret?
He's a bedwetter.
Turns out that he's also a bedwetter. We're going to find out later why he's a bedwetter, and it turns out there's a good reason.
He has nightmares.
And of course, Jared tries to threaten Tyson by confronting him in a...
Hey, that's
a South Park
That's
background.
It is blackmail, you are absolutely correct.
Oh,
And confronts him in the hallway, tries to
where
blackmail
that
him.
comes from.
Apparently, Tyson does not take very well to
He
blackmail.
chases him.
And that's when they get into a fight with her little punchy-punchies. And Mr. Green comes in. And that's when
Oh, he's scary. He's scarier than the puppets.
Angry.
Oh my god, you found it out!
Yes.
Austin Pace is the blondie. Looks like Ken.
Okay.
I know that!
I told you.
So you were wrong.
Oh, we're going back in time. We're going back in time.
So,
That one.
That is shit.
He's Jared.
Well,
He
then
looks
he's
like the
Jared.
one that was on your thing.
Yeah, he's Jared. No. Yeah.
that's Jared.
I knew it! Yeah, because look, his little swoop on the picture.
What are you can't, that's a random picture someone made.
It isn't.
Antagonist Austin Pace.
Yeah, we're not looking at Zac
That's a
Efron's
random
sister.
picture a kid made on their own
Well, but
thing.
it might look like.
But he has the swoop.
That's the evidence you're using is some kid's random picture they put on
No,
there.
but it makes sense because Austin sounds like he would I don't know,
Maybe they're in alphabetical order and it starts with that and then it just goes
Alpha.
Next, you're going to tell me about this really good article on Facebook you found.
Okay, first Jared. He has like the hair that Ken has.
I know
Mr.
exactly
Brovicast,
where
is that you?
comes from, and
Is
I
that?
love it.
Are you that teacher?
Right there? Yeah, he has more hair.
No, that's
literally just a ring.
Is it your brother?
Oh my god, that is Mr. Willie.
Mr.
No!
You can't.
Oh my god.
That's Mr. Ham.
That poor man.
Okay.
All right, we get a chance to continue.
Do you know Mr. Hammond?
Ham in or ham?
Yeah, Hammond.
Ham in, I know. Ham, I don't know.
He's the people.
Yeah.
He was actually, I don't like Mr. Ham. He told me to play chess with him one time. And he bought me Chick-fil-A. We like had Chick.
Oh,
Me
he
and my
bought
me and my whole lunch table Chick-fil-A, and then we played chess during lunch. And it was really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
I got a cookie because we won the championship last year.
Page 105, the best of friends.
Yeah.
I will get as far as I can to give you guys less homework.
We were a dub last year.
As usual, most of us pretended not to know each other
Big Randy.
At-
Remember that.
school that week. Sure, Cheryl and I hung around together, but as far as the rest of the club went, well, we just winked at each other in the halls. The secrecy of our friendships made the meetings at Stonehenge very special. By next Friday's meeting, however, I was feeling awfully strange about things. Tyson hadn't spilled the beans to anyone, as far as I knew, and none of us had gotten caught for any of the practical jokes we had played, but still, something didn't sit quite right. And maybe it was the feeling I got when I told Tyson I knew he was a bedwetter. Maybe it was the fact that I had to spy on him like a peeping Tom, or maybe it was the fact that Tyson had called us a gang. Whatever it was, I took the feeling to the meeting with me, and I couldn't shake it. I held my hands close to the fire. It seemed that for the past few meetings, nothing I could do would keep my hands warm, except for holding Cheryl's hand. You know, said Darren, I never thought that this thing would work. I mean, I never thought we'd all actually, you know, like each other. I'll say, said Abby. I mean, look at this group. We've got a jock, a brain, a nerd, a soch, a brat, a lawyer, and the gopher. Who'd have thought we'd all get along? I smiled, but down inside, I cringed. The kids in the Shadow Club were the only ones in school left who didn't call me the gopher. Hey, I'm not a jock, and I'm not a nerd. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I knew what she meant. Except for Randall, Cheryl, and me, none of us had really known each other before the club. I guess when you have something in common, said OP, it's easy to be friends. Oh, yeah, sure. We really had a lot in common, I thought. We all hate somebody. OP turned to me. What? We hate somebody? That's all we have in common. It's a little bit sick, huh? Nah, said Darren. It's like war. Common enemies bring people close, you know? Hi, Chia.
Okay, so you know at the start of the book where you said that your daughter had a friend with their
Yeah, I know. I thought about that. So no, because now my daughter's dating a different boy that's not that boy. They're still friends, but it's a different boy. Don't you give me eye flare. How much? But yeah, I didn't think you guys were going to bring that back up again, but I thought about that later on. I was like, whoopsie.
Wait, what happened?
My daughter has, her best friend is a guy, they hang out all the time. And I was like, because in the beginning of the book, Jared and Cheryl like, there's nothing going on between us, we're just friends. And now there's like a thing happening. I kept thinking a thing was going to happen with my daughter, but no, apparently she said no. So.
Nothing.
Are you sure she
That guy got no ribs.
Am I sure she said no? Yes, I'm sure she said no. Did I suspect she was lying? Yes. But then she started dating this other guy, so if she's playing hard to get, she's really committed to it.
Wait, but like, are you sure? Because like,
You asking it does not change it, dear.
That guy got no ribs.
But we're not at war. Yeah, we are. We're fighting for our right not to be humiliated by the unbeatables. I say we nuke them, said Randall. And I say that's not funny. I wondered which was worse, wanting to nuke somebody or wishing someone was never born. There were 7 of us, all wishing that 7 other people in the world had never been brought into it. That's the kind of hatred you read about in war books, the kind of hate that kills millions of people. Everyone around the circle looked at me as if I had cussed Randall out. I think you're taking this all too seriously, Jared. It's just for fun. I think he's feeling guilty, said Abby. What for? Our jokes didn't hurt anybody, did they? I mean, okay, sure, a spider got killed. But I kill spiders every day. Do you see me crying about it? Huh, he had a good point. But it didn't make me feel any better. I took my hands away from the fire. Almost immediately they began to get cold again. But when I put my hands down, Cheryl grabbed one of them, held it gently out of everyone's view. That's when I began to feel a bit better about everything. And I said, Riz. I think I know what it is, said OP. I think he's worried about Tyson talking. No, that's not it. Do you want out of the club? Is that it? No, of course not. I like the club. No, I love the club. But what? Said Darren. Get to the point. Maybe we should stop the tricks? And there we stop.
we found a
We found a new cover.
You found another cover?
Yeah, there's a second book.
Shadow Club Uprising.
Yes, I have copies of it right over here.
Yeah, and you can see like the characters, and they look the same.